Hold on. Here is 6 reasons why you're single. If this is your first time watching me, please like, subscribe, and share. Now, I'm going to list 6 reasons why you're single, and I'll put some details into it. So, because there's a lot of single people around, so why is everybody not connecting? In as much as one party is saying, okay, they are very serious, they want a relationship, but it's just not happening. Or maybe you get a suitor and it doesn't end up lasting long. So I'm going to try to give you guys details of why this is happening and what you can do to make adjustment and get a proper result next time. So number 1 is going to be lack of awareness. Lack of awareness in the sense whereby if you're with someone, look at who you're with, then look at yourself. And you need to be aware what that person wants and what you're doing that person doesn't want. Because most times we react to the person's action. We do not react to what triggers that action. For example, your spouse is just frowning and you're like, this person is always frowning. You do not care to ask that, why are you frowning? Okay, the food you cooked yesterday was a bit salty, and you get angry. Oh, the food I cook is salty. No. You smile and be like, okay, it's salty. Okay, I will adjust next time. That means you're open to correction. That means you're becoming self-aware. You're understanding who you're with. That is number 1. I mean, this goes both ways. I'm not just talking to either the male or the female. No, this goes both ways. Be self-aware. Know what you're doing to trigger your partner. Learn how to curb that thing. That is number 1. And number 2 is going to be pattern recognition. You've dated multiple people. End up breaking up with multiple people, and still yet you're blaming them and not yourself. You need to understand the pattern, the things you're doing wrong that breaks your relationship, because if you do not understand this pattern, you're going to keep on repeating the same mistake over and over again. So when you recognize that pattern, you know that, okay, no, I did the same behavior in my last relationship and it ended up breaking up. I'm going to stop this behavior. It is obvious that men do not tolerate this behavior, or it is obvious that women do not tolerate this behavior. So I do not need to continue with this behavior into my next relationship. That's pattern recognition. Now you've recognized that pattern. It is time for you to grow. Now the third one on my list is unrealistic expectation. You're dating someone, you do not have an idea of their financial capacity, and you're already expecting them to give you a certain amount or buy you a certain thing or show you a certain lifestyle. That is unrealistic expectation, because why are you angry that they can't provide you that lifestyle that you cannot provide for yourself? And this doesn't just go to the ladies alone, some men. There are some things you know you cannot provide for yourself. You do not need to start pressuring your partner to provide it for you. Instead, be a bit fair. Understand that, okay, you guys can even meet yourself in the middle. Instead of you sitting back, expecting them to meet a particular threshold where you know you yourself cannot even meet. That is unrealistic expectation, and if you're not careful, it will continue to ruin your relationship over time and you're not going to have an idea. That is number 3. And number 4, self-centeredness and expectation. You're always thinking about yourself. You're not selfless. You're always thinking about yourself. When there's a conversation, it is all about me. No, when you're in a relationship, me is outside the room. Us is inside the room. When you're thinking of everything, now you should think of your partner. Consider them. You do not just take decision based on you alone. Consider them. Be fair. That shows you want to be with this person long time. But if you're always about me, this person will get tired and start asking themselves, okay, what is it? What is actually in for me in this relationship long term? Because I'm always trying to please my partner, and my partner is always stretching out to receive more. No, when you receive, you give. When you receive, you give. And this is not tangible things. It could be emotional balance. It could be how you guys make each other happy. It could be how you guys converse. Understand who you're with. Know what they lack. You provide it. That is where the balance comes in. But when you do not, okay, look at your fingers now. They balance like this. But if you refuse it, it is just going to continue jamming. It will continue jamming. And over time, it will become an issue where it disturbs your relationship long term. So that's number 4. Number 5, lack of balance, positive reciprocation. What do I mean positive reciprocation? She buys you a gift today, you buy her a gift tomorrow. She takes you out today, you take her out tomorrow. You don't just sit down like, okay, no, I'm the guy. She should cook for me every time. She should clean the house every time. No, I'm the woman. You should pay all the bills. You should buy everything for me. No, there should be balance because it is an us thing. So you should bring your own, she bring her own, you come into the middle, you assist each other and make everything go smoothly. And that is number 5. For number 6, I will give you guys the illusion of option. This is a very dangerous thing because most people think they have options. And what gives you that false? Now, number 6, I will break it down, which is the illusion of our options. And one of the things that gives us this illusion of option is thanks to social media. Now, number 6, I will break it down, which is the illusion of our options. And one of the things that gives us this illusion of option is thanks to social media, and not just social media, thanks to social media and not just social media, the society and the public as well. I mean, as a fine boy, well-to-do, as a fine girl, well-to-do, there's a high tendency, if you're a guy, you're confident, you approach 10 ladies, there's a high tendency you will get 3 sure numbers. That's one. As a lady, it is normal for you. You get that attention randomly on your social media, even when you're outside. Now you believe everybody likes you. Now you're confused who to go with. An issue of contentment comes in. Even the one you have already, you start to devalue them because there's somebody outside showing you false green grass. Because the grass is always greener on the other side until you get to the other side. You understand? The grass is always greener on the other side until you get to the other side. So what am I saying is that when you have someone you love and you value, you do not need to let any option distract you because there's always going to be an option. So are you always going to be jumping left and right? That means you're the issue yourself and you cannot blame anyone else for leaving you when you start to show them low interest. Give them issue. You want them to prioritize you, you also need to prioritize them. So when you're in a relationship, most people, they try to share password. I mean, that's kind of insecurity because if I trust you, I do not need to check your social media. You should make it known to them. You post me every time. I post you every time. Share, subscribe, and like.